Hello everyone, welcome to PM Networking. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video of wireless networking series, we are going to understand how to plan for a wireless network in a university campus, or you can say how to design a wireless network for a university campus. And guys, I am expecting you are watching all videos in this series in sequence. If you are watching all videos in sequence, that means you already know basic terms of wireless networking like SSID, BSSID, BSS, BSA, ESS, right? What signal AP is transmitting to present wireless network, what signal client machines are transmitting to discover access point, right? Like beacon signal, probe signal. What is access point? So access point is a device, networking device, which is used to connect wireless networking devices to a wired network. Then guys, what is WLC? So WLC is a controller to manage multiple APs. Okay, so if you are watching videos in sequence, that means you have already knowledge about these all concepts like association message, association request message and response message. If you want to see the content in association message, you can check it on Google what informations these messages are going to carry. Okay, then roaming process, how a client machine will move from one AP to another AP smoothly, right? So guys, topic for today is wireless network designing, or how to plan for wireless network. So as you already know, to implement a wireless network in a building or in a campus, first of all, site survey is required, right? We need to find the area where you want to provide wireless network. So coverage area is first thing. First of all, you have to identify the coverage area where you want to provide wireless network. Then how many APs are required, right? So how to plan these things and which type of AP I should use. See guys, we have multiple types of AP and multiple vendors are manufacturing APs, right? So which AP is best for me? That's totally depends on requirement. So each APs has their own capability, like how many user it can support, what coverage area it can cover. That depends on types of AP. So we will see some common types of AP which we are using in the real time. Okay, so this is my topology. As you can see in my topology, I have three AP: HR AP, Finance AP, and IT AP. Either you can configure these AP like this. Like this AP, AP1 is going to transmit wireless network SSID for HR users only. Or I can configure Finance AP so that it should transmit SSID for finance people only, right? And IT AP is going to transmit SSID for IT department users only, right? For IT peoples only. Or I can configure same SSID on all the access point, guys, and all HR, and on all access point we can configure three SSID, right? Like HR, finance, and IT. And all HR people will have SSID and password for HR, right? All finance people will have user ID and password for finance wireless network, and for all IT peoples will have SSID and password for IT wireless network. So all APs can transmit same SSID, right? And then we can even map SSID with different VLAN as well, right? To divide the broadcast domain. Now this is my scenario, and guys, I have one WLC as well. Here you can see WLC, wireless LAN controller. So why I am using WLC? To manage APs. So if you have more APs, guys, multiple APs, then it will be difficult to manage it individually. So that's why I am going to use one WLC here to manage these APs. In your scenario, there can be more than 3 APs, there can be 50 APs, 100 number of APs, 10 APs, right? And these APs are by default, you can see shut down, right? So we will up this AP, then we will configure these AP with the help of WLC, right? With the controller. And to manage the controller, to manage the WLC, I have one management PC here, you can see. So with the help of this management PC, I will access WLC and then we'll configure the scenario. After that, guys, this is my default gateway router. So I have two options to configure DHCP here. Either I can set up a separate DHCP server here and then I can connect it to switch, or I can enable DHCP service on this router. So again, it's totally depends on you. If you want to add one separate server, DHCP server, you can add, or if you want to configure it, if you want to enable it on router, you can configure this service, because router support DHCP service. So we can configure DHCP on the router, and I am going to configure DHCP on router. But before starting the configuration, I would like to discuss some basic things, like basic plan for a wireless network. How to plan for a wireless network. So guys, first thing is we need to identify the coverage area, right? Identify coverage area. So determine the area that need Wi-Fi coverage. Let's suppose you are implementing wireless network in a building, right? So in the entire building or on some specific floor you want to cover wireless network. So first thing is we are going to identify the coverage area. Then we are going to calculate the number of APs. How many APs are required to cover that entire area, right? Like if I want to cover entire building, so guys, maybe at each floor I need 2 AP, or at each floor I need only 1 AP. In the big hall, maybe I need 2 AP, 1 AP in left side and 1 AP in the right side to cover the entire hall, right? So second thing is calculate the number of AP access points. How many access points are required, right? So that's why site survey is required. First of all, we will visit for site survey. We are going to identify the coverage area, then we will calculate the number of APs. So you can see based on the coverage area and the range of the access points, calculate how many APs are needed. Consider factor like walls. You have to consider these factors as well, like walls, interference, and number of users. Each AP can manage how many users. After that, placement of access points, where you are going to install the access point. This is not like I can install access point anywhere, right? So guys, according to your coverage area, you have to first calculate the number of AP, then you have to find the place where you will install the AP. Like let's say in the big hall, I will install AP in the center so that it can cover entire area, and then I can use omnidirectional antenna, right? And again, height should be again guys maximum, so that it can cover maximum distance. So second thing is placement of AP. First identify the coverage area, then placement of AP, where we are going to place the AP. Place access point in a strategic location to ensure optimal coverage and minimal interference. Typically access points should be placed in the center of the coverage area and at a height to maximize the signal distribution. Then we are going to configure network security. Like you know, we have WPA2, or we will discuss about network security protocol later, but for now we need to configure network security policy as well guys. Then the channel planning. Channel planning is very important. This can be your third point. First you have identify the coverage area, you have calculated the number of AP. Now you are going to plan channels, right? So channel planning, like as you know, in 2.4 gigahertz we have some non-overlapping channel. So if you are installing 3 AP on one floor, so these 3 AP should not overlap with each other. So AP should work on channel number 1, 6 and 11, right? So these are non-overlapping channels commonly used in 2.4 gigahertz band, as they do not overlap. Then testing and optimization. After that, test the wireless network and check the performance optimization, right? So after setting up access points, test the network coverage, that APs are able to transmit signal in the entire area or not, and check the performance. According to performance, you can adjust the placement and setting of access points as necessary to optimize the network, right? Let's say in a specific area AP is not transmitting the signal, so we can adjust the access point. We can move access point, maybe some toward right side or some toward left side, like that. Then guys, real-time deployment. How you are going to deploying a wireless network in an university. Done. So how we can identify coverage area or number of AP with the help of site survey. So first thing is planning and site survey. you have planned for wireless networking, that let's suppose you are going to design or implement wireless network in a campus. So next thing is site survey. The IT team conduct a site survey using a spectrum analyzer, right? You know what is a spectrum analyzer? It is a device which is used to determine the wireless coverage area and to calculate the number of APs or to find the place, right? Place to install AP, right? So it is used, a spectrum analyzer is used to identify the best location for APs and avoid interference. If you want to see how a spectrum analyzer look like, simply you can Google it. So let me show you guys. See, these are a spectrum analyzer. Okay, so with the help of this tool I can find the place where I need to install AP access point, then installing access points. Now next thing you are going to now install, you have find the place where you will install the AP. Now you will install the AP. So APs are placed in the classrooms, library, and as you are implementing wireless network in the university, so you will install AP in the classroom, in the library, or in the common area to provide comprehensive coverage. And directional antenna are used in large hall to focus the signal. Like directional antenna is going to transmit signal in a specific area, right? Then we have multiple types of antenna, and we will have again one more session for antenna guys only, like omnidirectional directional antenna. We have multiple types of antenna, we will see that. Then configure controller, LAN, wireless LAN controller. You will set up the WLAN to manage the AP. So WLAN controller is configured to manage all APs, applying consistent security policies, enabling seamless roaming for students moving across the campus, how they can move from one AP to another AP. After that, we are going to implement security so that only registered a student can get connected with wireless network, right? So authentication server are set up to ensure that only registered students and staff can access the network. We can use any security protocol like WPA2 enterprise. Then we can configure firewall or IPS IDS system for the security purpose, right? To protect the network from external threat, you can say. Then guys, ongoing management and monitoring. After that, you will be keep monitoring your network, you will be keep checking the performance. Then you are going to create SSID for, let's say, guest, right, or for each departments. So these are the steps to configure access, sorry, to set up the wireless network. Now since we have some common types of access point which we are generally using, right, in the real time, some most used access point in the enterprise environment. So first one is guys Cisco Aeronet 2800 series devices, right? So if you will check this AP Cisco Aeronet 2800 series AP, how it's look like, so you can see again, right? So these are guys APs, 2800 series APs manufactured by Cisco. These are very powerful APs. See the features of this access point. So this AP works on dual band. Dual band means this AP will work on dual frequency, double frequency at the same time. It can work on both frequency on 2.4 gigahertz as well as 5 gigahertz at the same time simultaneously. Then maximum data rate, so maximum data rate is 5.2 gbps. Number of users, it can support up to 200 clients, so one AP can manage 200 client. Then which type of antenna it will use, 4x4 mu MIMO. We will discuss about this technology also in the antenna part, don't worry. Then guys, coverage distance, this AP is going to cover 300 feet indoor, right, approximately 300 feet. Target environment, medium and large enterprises. So in the medium enterprise or large enterprises company, we are using this type of access point. Now we have this AP, so see the features difference, you can read the difference. Then guys, this is Aruba AP505, is also very popular AP, we are using it. And this AP also works on dual band, means it can work on both frequency band at the same time. Then maximum data rate is 1.77 Gbps. It support up to 256 clients. Done. Then Cisco Meraki MR56, which again works on dual band. Data rate is 5.9 Gbps. It support up to 500 clients. So according to your requirement, let's say at each floor you have 200 users, so you can use this AP Aeronet. You can use this AP because this AP support up to 200 client. But let's say you are designing a wireless network for event in the park, right? And maybe 500 users are there, guys. So you can manage 500 users with the help of single device, this one, right? So this device is managing, you can see 500 clients. Then we have antenna. So this is next topic, maybe we will talk about the antenna in any another video. Now try to understand some basic configuration, like in this scenario how to set up wireless network. So just assume in the building we have 3 APs, right? Or like this, guys, you can have 10 number of APs, 20 APs, 50 APs, 100 number of APs, right? But management and configuration is going to be same. So first of all, we need to turn on these AP. So let me click on the AP and you can see I have to provide power. So here I have power cable. Let me give power to the AP. Now you can see my AP is up. In the same way, I have to up finance AP also. So let me up all APs very quickly. Oh, done. Then IT AP. Okay, so now all APs are up. And guys, we need to configure IP address on the AP, but see, by default method is static on fast ethernet 0/0 or G0/ on G0, right? On G0 interface IP method is static. So make sure you have selected it to DHCP because I am going to configure DHCP. Now this machine have one IP address 192.168.1.3. Maybe DHCP is running on the router, but we will change it, right? First of all, I am going to set DHCP on all devices because see, my main subnet over here is 10.1.0.0/16 and 10.1.0.1 is the IP address on router. So this is my gateway IP address for end devices. So how end devices, wireless devices will get IP address from the DHCP server, right? So I am going to configure DHCP service on router. Then last IP address from the subnet is the IP address of WLC, and second last IP address from the subnet is the IP address of management PC. So first I have turned on all the AP, and now let me select IP method DHCP. Here also I am going to click to DHCP, and on IT AP also let me configure DHCP. Now let me access my router and let me configure DHCP service here. Config T, host name, let's say R1, and interface G0/0, say no set, and IP address here I am going to configure 10.1.0.1 255.255.255 dot or 255.255.0.0. This is my IP address. Now guys, here I need to create one DHCP pool. So let me do one thing. Let me create one DHCP pool. For that I will run command IP DHCP pool. Let's say pool name is pmnet, and here I am going to configure default gateway IP address 10.1.0.1, then network 10.1.0.0, subnet mask 255.255.0.0. Like this we can configure DNS server IP address also 8.8.8. If you want to configure the FTP server IP address, you can configure it over here. Done. So I have set up the DHCP in my network. Now I need to exclude some addresses. So say IP DHCP exclude address like 10.1.0.1, and I need to exclude last IP address for WLC that is 255.254 and 253 also, which is management PC IP address. Now I am going to save the configuration. Now again let me take you to AP and let me check what IP address this AP is getting now. So let me click to DSCP now, and this AP is getting 192.168.1.1. Why it is getting wrong IP address? IP address is correct. Let me try again. Let me click on this and to DSCP. At this time guys, you can see this AP have still 192.168.1.1 IP address, which is incorrect. I think somewhere DSCP is enabled on the switch. Let me check. So IP DHCP pool not on switch, on router. I think I have two pool. So run section DHCP. So yes, you can see I have two pool here, excluding address. IP DHCP pool name is C, but I have not defined any network in that pool. Let me remove that pool also. Say no IP DHCP pool C. Client, this machine have still incorrect IP address. Yes, now you can see on G0 IP address is 10.1.0.4, the IP address of this AP, AP1 HR AP. On the finance AP also, let me check the IP. Click on static, then DHCP, and this machine is still getting 192. 10.1.0.5 is the IP address of AP2 finance AP, and on the IT AP on 0, let me click static, and on DHCP again 10.1.0.6. Now APs have IP address from the DHCP server. Now guys, I am going to configure IP on WLC. So let me click on WLC and go to management interface. See, 1 gig 1 is connected with switch and gig 2 is connected with PC. Done of the WLC. Now on the management interface, you can see the IP address. This is by default IP address on the WLC. I'm going to change it. My IP address is 10.1.255.254, and guys, subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Default gateway IP address is 10.1.0.1, and DNS server IP is 8.8.8. So I have configured the IP address on WLC. Now let me configure IP on management PC so that I can access WLC. So go to desktop, then IP, here IP 10.1.255.253, submit mask is 255.255.0.0, default gateway IP address. Even you can ignore the default gateway IP address here because this is management PC. I will not forward traffic in other network. This PC is responsible to configure or manage WLC only. But if you want to configure, you can configure it, right? Now guys, let me check, am I able to ping on the WLC from the PC? So ping, and the IP address of WLC is 10.1.255.254, and I am expecting that ping should work. If ping will work, that means I can access the WLC now. So you can see guys, ping is working. I am able to ping WLC. That means now I can access the WLC. So let me open the browser, and in the browser let me type the IP address of WLC. So here if I will type the IP address of WLC 10.1.255.254, wait, it will take some time. Yes, now you can see I have access of WLC. Here I need to create one user. So let's suppose username is guys PM net, and create the password for admin. Password is, let's say, PM net at the rate 123. Confirm password pmnet at the rate 123. But see the issue here. Please match the please match the please match the format requested. Password must contain at least 6 character, right? Password must contain at least 6 characters including uppercase, lowercase, number and a special character. So my password is pmnet. So let me do one thing. Let me say capital P, capital M, then a small net at the rate 123. This is correct. Now pmnet at the rate 123. Now start. Now you can see I have access of my WLC from this management PC. Here I can configure the system name. Let's say system name is PM networking, right? Or let's say PM net. Anything you can configure. Then guys, country is India, date, time, leave it on default. Then management IP address. Management IP address means IP management IP address of WLC is 10.1.255.254. Subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Default gateway IP address is 10.1.10.1.0.1. And let me say next. Then we have management VLAN ID as well. So let's suppose my management VLAN, by default management VLAN is 1, but let's suppose in your scenario if management VLAN is VLAN 99, so you can configure 99 here, right? Leave it for 1 now. That means now management VLAN is VLAN 1. So click next, and after that you can see you can create the wireless network. So wireless network name. So let's suppose I need to create 3 SSID, 3 wireless network here. So first name is, let's say, HR. HR is the first wireless network. Name of first wireless network, HR. Then security protocol. What security protocol you are going to use for this wireless network? Let's say WPA2 or WPA2 enterprise. You can use any one. Okay. And on the other devices, on other WLC, you will have many more options here. Then guys, password. What password you want to configure for HR? So let's say HR at the rate 123 is the password. Again, same issue. Password should be contain minimum 6 character, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase and 1 special character. So let me say HR at the rate 12345. Here also let's say HR at the rate 12345, and then VLAN. So now leave it for default and click next. Then it's asking for virtual IP address. Don't worry about the virtual IP address for now. Leave it on default, or you can configure, let's say 1.1.1. I am not going to use it for now. We'll discuss these things later. Now you can see the setup of my wireless network. Username pmnet, and system name is PM networking, country India, date, time zone, NTP server. Now I have not configured any NTP server. Then guys, management IP address of this WLC, management subnet mask, management gateway and management VLAN. So we have these all informations. Now wireless networks. So I have one wireless network till now with name HR, right? So network name is HR, and the security protocol is WPA2 personal. This is password, and employee VLAN is by default management VLAN, right? But we can map the SSID with VLAN. We'll see it later. Then DHCP is enabled. Everything is fine. You can verify the configuration and then click on apply. Say OK. System will reboot after these settings are applied. Click OK to apply this configuration, or click cancel. So let me say OK to apply this configuration. Now saving the configuration, just wait for some time. You have created one wireless network on this WLC. And after creating this wireless network on WLC is going to propagate this configuration to all APs, guys. So now on APs, See, if I will take cursor over here, now device name is HR, and just wait for some time. Let me first apply the configuration here. This may take a minute. Let me saving. For now, if you will take your cursor to the AP, you can see CapApp status not connected. So now AP is not connected with WLC. Just wait for some time. Let me apply this configuration over here. And let me check the PC. It's still taking some time. Till then, let me pause the video. Now guys, it's taking some time, but now if you will click on AP, you can see this access point is now connected to 10.1.255.254, which is IP address of my WLC, right? So if you will take your cursor on the AP now, you can see this AP is connected with a protocol called CapApp. We will discuss about CapApp protocol later. CapApp is, for now, just keep in mind, CapApp is a protocol which is used to communicate with AP and WLC. WLC and AP are going to communicate with the help of CapApp protocol. So CapApp status is connected to 10.1.255.254, and guys, on this AP you can see we have one wireless network, that is HR, providing WLANS HR, right? In the same way, this AP, finance AP, is also providing the HR wireless network, and IT AP is also providing HR wireless network. Now I am going to stop it because it's not working. Let me say click on stop or cancel it, and again I am going to check connectivity first. Is ping working? So yes, ping is working. You can see I am able to ping WLC. Again I am going to access WLC, guys. Let me close it and let me open the browser, and in the browser let me type the IP address of WLC again. So IP address of WLC 10.1.0. not 255.254. Click enter. Here now you have to set protocol HTTPS. So HTTPS, and now you can see again I have access of WLC. So now I can log into this WLC. Now guys, earlier first time I had option to configure users here, but this time this WLC is already configured. There is user, so you need to log in it with that username and password. So username was pmnet, and password was pmnet underscore 123. Let me log in. So now you can see I have access to WLC. Okay, and hope it is visible to you. Fine. So guys, here management IP address, you can see the IP address of WLC, software version, right? System name PM networking. This is, let's say, network of PM networking. Uptime is 11 minutes and 35 seconds. System time. There are many more informations. 802.11 network state is enabled, right? So you can check these informations, and how many APs I have here. How many APs I have? All APs. So I have 3 number of APs on this WLC. So 3 APs are already registered to this WLC. Now guys, on this WLC I need to create some more WLAN, right? So to create more WLAN, this is the dashboard, main dashboard of WLC. So to create the WLAN, what you will do, you will click on WLAN. Here you can see you have option of WLAN. So click on WLAN. So you can see right now I have one WLAN with name HR, and all APs are transmitting this SSID. It, and what protocol, security protocol I am using here. So security policies is WPA2. Authentication is PCAD key PSK. Fine. If you want to remove this WLAN configuration, you can remove it. If you want to add one, if you want to create more WLAN, you will click on create new. So let me click on create new because I need to create some more WLAN here. So create new and click on go. Then type of network is WLAN. Then guys, profile name. Profile name is, next type of network is finance. So I'm going to give name finance here, finance, and then SSID. SSID is, let's say, finance, and after that ID is 2. Let me apply it. Apply. Now it will take some time, and you can see now I have created one more WLAN here, correct? Now guys, here you can see profile name is finance, SSID is finance, and status should be enabled. So let me enable the status, and after that click on apply. Everything look like fine. Group, leave it. Click on apply. Now go to security to configure security. So by default you can see L2 security is none. You can select anyone. Let me select WPA2, or I can select WPA and WPA2. So let me say WPA plus WPA2. You can select any security protocol from here. So I have selected this. Now let me select WPA2 policy here, and let me enable pre-shared key PSK here. I have enabled it. Now please set the password. So password for finance people is, let's say, finance at the rate, let me correct it, finance at the rate 12345. Now again click to apply. Click on apply, say okay. Now again go to WLAN. Here you can see WLAN option. So click on WLAN, and now you can see I have two WLAN here. One is HR and another one is finance, right? SSID, WLAN SSID. This is a profile name, means name of your wireless network. Now I need to create one more WLAN here. So again click on create new. Then profile name is, third department is my IT department. So let me give name to IT, right? SSID is also going to be IT, and ID is 3. This is third WLAN network. Now click on apply, and again you can see you have same option. You need to enable the status and click on apply. Then go to security section, and in the security section we are going to configure protocol. Let me configure same protocol, WPA plus WPA2. Let me enable WPA2 policy and PSK, pre-shared key. Now let me set the password here. Say IT at the rate 12345 and click on apply. Say OK. Now again go to WLAN and see we have now 3 wireless network: HR, finance, and IT. And guys, now if you will take your cursor to AP, you can see on this AP have 3 WLAN, right? HR, finance, and IT. Means this AP is transmitting all signals, transmitting all SSID, right? If you want to verify it, simply you can access any PC, let's say PC1, and then go to desktop, open wireless, PC wireless. So wireless adapter is not available here. First of all, we need to add wireless adapter. So let me add this one, WMP, remove this one, and let me add WMP 300. Let me turn it on. Now go to desktop and PC wireless and scan for available wireless network. So go to connect and refresh it. Well, I'm not getting these networks information here. Let me try from PC2. Oh, I think PC1 is shut down. This is on. This is turned on. So I should get wireless networks information here. Let me do one thing. Let me try from PC2. Any other PC, turn off, change the wireless adapter. Wireless PC. Now this is access point. Okay, wait for some time, then we'll check, we'll verify it after the configuration, guys. So now on WLAN, I have on the WLC I have 3 wireless network, right? You can see all are in front of you. Let's suppose now what I want, and before that I want to show you some more thing here. Go to wireless section, and in the wireless section you can check the IP address of your APs, right? So finance AP IP address is 10.1.0.5, ITAP IP address is 10.1.0.6, and HR AP has IP address 10.1.0.3. Then guys, model AP, model of AP, MAC address of AP, and the uptime till when this AP is up, and admin status is enabled, right? So here you can check the informations about the registered AP on the WLC, right? So these are registered AP on the WLC. Now if you will click on finance, this features is not supported in packet tracer. Okay, I cannot click here. Again go to WLAN, and this time suppose what I want that this AP1 HR AP should only advertise, should only transmit HR SSID, right? Means this AP is for HR peoples only. Let's say this AP is installed at first floor, and at first floor, guys, I have all HR peoples, right? So I want to configure HR AP for HR people only, right? I finance PP AP for finance people only, and IT AP for IT people only. So what we can do on the WLC, I can create some group. So let me do one thing. Let me show you how to configure group. So to configure group, go to again WLAN, and see guys, in the advanced section you have group options. So click on AP group to create group. Now I have one group here, that is default group. Now to create group you will add group. So let me click on add group. Here I am going to give name to the group. Let's say group name is HR only. HR underscore only, right? So this group is for HR people only. Copy, and I'm going to give same description here, and let me click to add. Now you can see I have one group with name HR only. In the same way, I need to create one more group for finance AP, and like this I can have multiple AP in finance department. I can have multiple AP for in HR department and multiple AP in IT department, right? But let's say I have 10 number of departments, so I need to create 10 number of groups on WLC. Okay guys, day by day we will see rest configurations as well. These are basic configuration. So let me say here finance, copy the name, let me put it in the description, or finance only underscore only, or you can give name like finance people, finance AP. Click on add, let me create one more group with name IT only, and click on add. Now you can see I have three groups here, one with name IT, one with name finance, and one with name HR only. Now click on any group, like let's say HR only, so click on HR only group. If you want to remove any group, you can remove it from here. So now you can see I have open HR group only, and in this group I am going to add the wireless WLAN, wireless network. So to add WLAN, what you are going to do here, see WLAN and add, right? So in this group, see I am under HR only group, and guys in this group I am going to add one AP. See, all APs are there, all registered APs on the WLCs, HR, finance and IT. So I am going to add HR only here, and then let me add, click on add, done, right? Again go to WLAN group, AP group, and now go to, let's say, finance only group. In the finance only group I am going to add this SSID WLAN, and then add. Here I am going to add, see I am under finance only group, so I am going to add finance AP here, finance AP, and let me click on add, done. Now again go to group, and this time I need to click on IT only, and here again go to WLANs and add, and let me add IT AP, and click on add. Now again let me take you to WLANs. So here I have 3 WLAN, right? But see guys, now if you will take your cursor to the AP, see on the HR AP we have these all 3 WLANs. Wait for some time, it is maybe this is error of packet issues, sometime it's taking some time. Let me take you to WLC here and go to APs. Wireless everything looks fine. here. It will take some time, but now if you will scan wireless network from the PC, let me check. Why I'm not able to see any available WLAN. One more thing I think on WLC, let me check. Go to groups, WLAN, then go to groups, and let me click on HR only group, then click on AP. And here guys, actually I need to select the AP. So in this group I'm going to select HR AP, and let me click on add, say okay, done. Now click on apply. Once it will done, it will blink. You can see it has blinked. Now again go to group, then the finance only. It's working very slowly, right, in packet tracer. And now guys, here see I am under the finance only, so I'm going to add finance AP here. Click on add and say okay, done. Then again go to group and let me click on IT only, IT only, and I need to activate the AP here and need to add IT AP. Click on add and say okay, done, done. Now you can see the WLANs. Okay, and let me take you to the AP. So now you can see this AP is transmitting only one WLAN, right? That is HR. Finance AP is transmitting only finance SSID, and this AP is transmitting only IT WLAN. Now again let me take you to PC1 and let me scan for wireless network. It should work. Why it's not working? I can do one more thing here. I can manually add SSID and password on the wireless network. So see, by default SSID is default. So here I'm going to say HR, and then password WPA2. Password is HR at the rate 12345. Password is not valid. This is not the password. Here I need to paste the password. WPA2 HR at the rate 12345. PC, then wireless, password is HR at the rate 12345 on. Yes, now you can see PC1 is connected with this AP, this access point. And here also, by the way, you can scan the wireless network. Why it's not working? Let me check again one more time. It's not working. In the same way, I can connect PC2 also with this AP. How? Go to wireless, interface, and the SSID is HR, and guys WPA to PSK password is HR at the rate 12345. Now you can see PC2 is also connected with AP, and now if I will take my cursor here, so you can see PC4 have got the IP address as well, 10.1.0.4, and even you can check it over here, IP config. So you can see IP address of this machine is 10.1.0.4. In the same way, PC2 IP address is 10.7, and see can these two PC communicate with each other. I am going to ping .7 from .4 from PC1. So ping 10.1.0.7, and see guys, ping is working. Now these two PCs are able to communicate with each other. In the same way, you can connect PC3 also to the AP, to the finance AP. So go to config mode, then wireless interface. So here I don't have any wireless interface here. First of all, turn off the device and let me add the wireless adapter here. Turn it on, then go to config, wireless interface, and here SSID is going to be what? Finance, and WPA2 password is finance at the rate 12345. And now you can see this PC will also get connected. Just wait. Finance at the rate 1234. Okay, everything is correct. There is some issue. Finance at the rate 123. Username is finance. WPA2 PSK. Let me check the SSID over here on this AP. So SSID is finance. That is correct. Finance at the rate 12345. Maybe there is some spelling mistake. Let me take you to WLC here, and let me verify the password of finance WLAN. So click on WLAN, then this one, finance. Okay, this feature is not available in the packet tracer. To open it in detail, why this machine is not getting connected? At the rate 12345. Password was finance 12345 only. Let me try from PC4. Finance and WP2 PSK is finance at the rate 12345. I think password is in capital. All letters are in capital. Finance at the rate 12345. No. Okay, let me try PC5 here, HRPC. then SSID is HR here, and PSK2 password is HR@12345. And now you can see this machine has connected or not. This machine is connected with this PC. Oh, HR name is IT, sorry, IT, and password is IT@123, IT123. Off, on. No, clients machines are not great, uh, are not able to connect with finance and IT AP, so I need to troubleshoot it. Let me take you to management PC again, guys. On the management PC, let me check the groups. Go to WLAN, then groups, all are enabled. One more time. Authentication PSK WPA2, okay, it is enabled. Group and IT group. The IT group, click on AP. Here it is selected. MAC address, fine. At APs. Yes, now you can see PC3 is connected with finance people, finance AP guys. These are error of packet erasure. Sometime it will not work, or from here like this you can enable IT only, also IT only. Go to AP, click on this AP, add AP, and PC3 have what IP address? PC3 have IP 10.1.0.1 is the gateway, and IP address is 10.1.0.10. So let me ping PC1 from PC3. From PC3 I am going to ping PC1, guys. And what is the IP address of PC1? Simply we can take my cursor here. IP address is 0.4. Now go to PC